The year is 2008. A new Batman movie just came out and the stock market was experiencing one of the biggest crashes in its history. On top of all that, a new presidential election was right around the corner.
Based on the projections, right now, Barack Obama has a steady lead.
We could be looking at the first African-American president.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
This is a bulletin. We're talking about the Republican turnout. As far as we can tell, it is the lowest percentage turnout ever.
It is absolutely crushing for John McCain, this news.
Mathematically, it appears virtually impossible for them.
It's 11 p.m. in the East, and Barack Obama may be on the brink of becoming the first black president of the United States.
8 days later, Bennett Foddy published the game QWOP. It wasn't his first game, as he had released another Flash game called Too Many Ninjas only a year earlier in 2007. At the time, he worked as a philosopher at Oxford and specialized on the ethics of drug addiction. QWOP was first released on his website foddy.net, and it initially didn't take off as much as one might think. The internet back then was a way more decentralized space than it is now. Having your own website was very common. So getting people to notice your game wasn't as easy as just posting it on Twitter or Reddit. But gaining a huge player base was not Foddy's main goal. He just wanted to develop a game that people could play for free, financing his website by advertisements rather than charging the player. QWOP was no AAA title after all. The big studios had just released games like GTA 4, Fallout 3 or Mario Kart Wii. But comparing a rather simple browser-based Flash game with big releases doesn't make sense at all. It was up until December 2010, more than 2 years after its release, when YouTuber Penguin0 made a YouTube video about the game. He had about 35,000 subscribers, and the video went viral after William Ray Johnson, one of the biggest YouTubers at that time, mentioned him in one of his videos.
Now, after watching the video, I had to go try it out, and I couldn't figure that shit out either. Seriously, go try it out. It's the dumbest shit ever. I'd say it's dumb because I can't do it, but seriously, try it out.
With that, not only did Penguin0 gain a lot of attention, but QWOP did as well. In the following months, it became an internet phenomenon. People created real-life parodies and memes around QWOP and the athlete who doesn't seem to know how to walk. QWOP is as difficult as it is basic. You only get 4 keys to control your character, using Q and W to move your thighs and O and P to move your calves. Your goal is to make the 100-meter dash and cross the finish line. Even though those controls and the objectives sound simple in theory, and you'd think it'd be fairly easy to master them in just a few attempts, you'd be very wrong to make that assumption. The timing must be perfect down to the millisecond, and you have to quickly adapt once the runner loses his balance. Mastering this game takes time, as shown in Mike Boyd's video from 2015. I'd consider him a very talented learner, seeing that he's dedicated to learning new things from scratch all the time. It took him about 8 hours to be able to run the whole 100 meters, so I think that speaks for itself. I tried to learn the game and it took me a while to get used to the mechanics. I can do a couple of meters while running, but always fall on my back and fail. Because I was frustrated at first and needed the feeling of accomplishment, I crawled to the finish line. Foddy himself has this to say about the strategy.
It looks like this, right? I mean, they're basically just crawling along on one knee. I would be ashamed to show anybody that. But people are really proud, right? They think they've succeeded. I think we should think about high score tables.
Speedrunning. As it is the case with most games, there will be people who take the game a bit more seriously than your average player. Speedrunning has existed since the first games, so it's no surprise that even QWOP, considered by most to be just a silly game, has a speedrunning community. There are currently 3 categories listed on speedrun.com. You have the classic 100 meter dash, the 10 meter category and the marathon. The world record to complete the full 100 meters was set in 2021 by Japanese speedrunner Gun Maneko. He managed to cover the distance in just over 45 seconds. The world record for a marathon has only ever been attempted by 2 players, and the record holder is Kuruchi3, clocking in at a time of 7 hours and 57 minutes. There were even successful attempts at training an AI to run the 100 meters, as shown on the YouTube channel Wesley Liao. He was able to train a machine learning algorithm to master the movements and break the world record at the time, which was 47 seconds, but got overtaken by runner Gun Maneko as mentioned earlier. So why don't you go ahead and try QWOP for yourself? It can be very frustrating, but once you get the basics down, even running 20 meters feels like a massive achievement. And that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.